All right. Hey, welcome to Thirsty Amigos. Thanks for joining us on this episode. You're in for a treat. We have a very special episode today. We are going to go on a journey about the Margarita.
Yes, sir.
And we have Calvin here. Calvin, will you tell us about the journey we're going to go on?
It's a long journey. Initially, when I started doing research for this, I didn't really believe that it would be that long of a journey, that there would be this ocean of history that you could go as deep as you wanted to any facet, and it was never ending. So I really had to focus. I started after just simply Googling it and realizing there was a lot of lore.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of conflicting stories and everything. I went to David Wondridge, which I respect a lot for history and cocktails. And I read a couple different. This is the Oxford Companion to Spirits and Cocktails.
That is not a small, yes.
And I also enjoy his Imbibe. This is another good book as well. So I started off with what he says, because he, as a historian of cocktails, I felt like he might give me some insight with all the cloudy information I'm finding online.
Right.
So just a tiny little snippet from David Wondridge, who wrote this book about the Margarita. The precise origins of the Margarita are one of cocktails history's most notorious swamps and remain resilient to even the most diligent investigation.
Oh, wow.
So I felt like, well, if he didn't figure it out, where do I begin? And so I started thinking about the Margarita in slightly different ways. I know that the Margarita is Spanish for daisy, so that kind of gave me some direction. And I know that when I think of classic ratios within a Margarita, the lime juice, the orange liqueur, usually Cointreau, as well as the Blanco tequila, things like that. I started diving into some of the origins of those, like where did the ratios come from? Where did the idea of putting lime with spirits and sugar and, where did some of this stuff come from? So that's the journey we are all going to get to experience today. I'm going to share as much with you as I can, and I'm going to try to be as historically accurate as I can, but we're also here to have fun. So,
I must say we have a live audience. Hey guys, yeah. They are in for a treat. We're in for a journey. Calvin and Jeff, they did a lot of research. Yeah. I was blown away because, you just hear about the stories of a handful of stories, if that, of the origin of the Margarita. But, yeah, what you have come up with is, it's above and beyond. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
All right, let's start.
Yeah. In fact, David Wondridge references about half a dozen people who claim to have invented it. When I did my research, it was over a dozen. There was over a dozen different claims and stuff.
I can see how after what you've shown me, I can see why now. Yeah. So before it's just like, 3 or 4 people, that's it. But now it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and they all post-date the original first print of the Margarita, which is 1953.
First in print.
Where at? In California. It was a column in a newspaper column in California. Where basically a newspaper journalist went to Mexico, came back and said, hey, the Margarita, she's awesome, more than a name. There's a lot of lore behind the Margarita, that it's named after a woman. I do feel like something important with the lore that I did take away with reading all their accounts is almost everything is based on somebody in America visiting Mexico and asking for a potential specific cocktail that they can't reproduce, and they start using what they have, like the tequila. And instead of brandy, let's say, or limes instead of lemons. And
makes sense.
And
being in Mexico. Cool.
And then that information coming back.
This is gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome.
So,
all right,
I'll put my books away.
Your library of cocktails. Yes.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun to learn. I mean, something as simple as the Margarita or the Cantarito, which I'm drinking now. Yes. It's fun to have that opportunity to dive that deep and then realize how deep the rabbit hole goes.
No doubt. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you guys ready for the journey?
Yeah.
All right, we just spoke about the Margarita starting in 1953, but I went as far back as 1650.
1650.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I actually even started going down that rabbit hole further and decided to stop and come back to 1650. So,
Jeez. Okay.
1650 is relevant because this is when rum production becomes commercialized and it is available everywhere.
Okay.
And people love rum.
Yeah.
It starts in the Caribbean. And this is where we have commercial production, and now you see it commonly on naval ships. And the majority of the naval ships right now are in 1650 are going to be British naval ships.
That makes sense.
So,
yes, okay.
I want to talk about the 1700s now. The 1650s are really when rum production's commercialized.
Okay.
By the 1700s, rum is enjoyed so much by sailors that it becomes a liability.
What?
Ready for
Yeah. So
We're not talking about
I'm
pirates,
going-
we're talking about the sailors, right?
the sailors.
On the ships.
Yes.
The British.
Yeah.
Is it British ships?
Yes,
Is there-
British
okay.
Navy ships. Yes,
Okay.
yes, that are within the Caribbean, enjoying this rum. They're trying to hoist
good.
flags and they're trying to, but they might fall off a ship. They might hurt themselves. There's a lot of liability around. So I'm going to play the role of Admiral Vernon.
Admiral Vernon, okay.
Admiral Vernon,
A
yep,
British
yep.
admiral.
Yep.
Okay.
And I need my my swabby.
Ooh, Swabby.
Swabby, bring me the rum of a 1700s naval ship.
Sir, we've already dug in.
This
To
is
the king.
Swabby. This is why you're a liability. All right.
That was full.
Yeah.
Was.
Now, traditionally, this would have been probably in a barrel that they kept, and then they would have used, their cups, which we're using miniature versions of everything.
Okay.
I'm not using historically accurate size mugs and everything. We did look into that. They are not cheap.
They're not cheap anymore.
A single authentic British Navy cup from the 1700s is like $100 a piece, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that, especially with the.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go miniature. So
We're going to do okay, cool.
we got a little cup. Let's try some 1700s British Navy rum. The audience has their own individual
Yes.
pieces.
We already dug in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. You guys are...
You,
All right, Captain.
yeah. No, those are rationed.
Admiral.
Those are rationed. There's 2 of them. And in the British Navy, you only get 2 rations a day.
Okay.
All right? So you only pour 1. And
So one into your cup. That's it.
one
right
into
now.
your cup. That's it. Yep. And I will do the same for you, sir.
Oh, thank you. My ration.
Your ration for this afternoon?
Do you know how many ounces it would have been?
I
Or
don't.
how much?
See, that's one of those rabbit holes that you could go down.
Yeah.
And we went down other avenues. Like I looked up the average ABV of a British, rum on a British Navy,
Yeah.
and it was right around 45 to 55 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes
Oh,
as much as
jeez.
57. Right around that range. This is 54.5%, so this is right within the proof.
So it's 109 proof.
It's 109 proof.
Wow.
Yep. This is a blend that I did, a 60%, 40% blend.
Okay.
To try and be as historically accurate as possible. I have 2 bottles that I used. Smith & Cross's traditional Jamaican rum. It's pot distilled,
That's still cool.
and it is Navy strength.
Navy stuff. I've heard about that. What does that mean?
Navy strength is very similar to cask strength. It's
Okay.
the same idea.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
so whatever's
it's the
coming
same.
out. Of
Whatever's
the barrel.
coming out of the barrel,
Gotcha,
barrel
okay.
strength, cask strength, Navy strength. There's
it's-
no water added after it's coming out of the
It's
barrel.
higher up, so that's
Yeah,
good. Okay.
Yeah. And then
And
some Pussers.
Hussars.
Yeah. Original Admiral rum. It's based on a blend that they used in the British Navy up until I think somewhere in the 1900s. It's actually
Wow.
been around for a very long time. I won't go into the history. There's some crazy history for people who are big into rum. There's some crazy history behind Pusser's rum. I won't go into any of that.
They can argue in the comments.
Yeah. But the this is British Navy rum at 42%.
42%. So still higher.
Yeah.
Little
And,
higher.
and even it's a blend of rums.
wow.
Some of which is from the Caribbean.
Okay.
Some of which is from Africa, which
Oh.
sounds odd.
Yeah, I've never heard of African rum.
But the rum that they're using from Africa is being distilled by the world's last remaining original wooden still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A wood still.
A wood still.
That sounds dangerous.
The world's last original wood still is, and some of that goes into here, and then I'm using 60% of this and 40% of the Smith and Cross.
And that's how you
blend.
got to this.
And that's how I got to this. So take a sip
Delicious.
and get an idea of what 1700s. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
I'm sorry, to the king.
To the king.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty strong.
Oh, that's good flavor though.
Yeah, I like the
it.
flavor.
Nice burn.
Yeah. It's not as soft as most traditional rums nowadays.
So they would have been drinking this on the regular
so,
all the time.
You can see why it's a liability and why I'm frustrated by the sailors.
High proof.
As Admiral Vernon.
Okay, Admiral Vernon.
Yeah,
Yes,
I cannot find this acceptable, basically, in the 1700s.
Because you probably have people dying, people...
Yeah, they're getting hurt, they're getting drunk. I'm trying to, within the Caribbean, Admiral Vernon is trying to take out Spaniards. And my army, my, Navy men, can't be drunk on rum like this. So,
you're not gonna win.
In 1740, I decide to dictate to my crew that we will add 2 to 4 parts water.
Okay.
Now he said 4 parts water. I think in general, because he did push this through the British Navy, through Parliament to get it kind of across the board. But the ratios are all over the place, anywhere from 2 to 4 to 1.
Okay.
So you have 1 part rum to say 2 parts water, up to 4 parts water, and he's basically just trying to dilute it. Now the water on a ship, would have been down in the bunker there, and it's probably not the right word.
We're gonna call it the bunker. Underneath. It'll be underneath.
I'm sure somebody's gonna correct me on that one, but the hole, yeah. And in my mind, I was thinking it's going to be kind of cool and cold down there. The ocean's cold, right? Yes. So we did some research there, and it's not as cold as you would think. It's actually quite muggy, and roughly 72 degrees, where it could be 85 degrees up on deck. So you have the rum as well as the water, sitting in these barrels.
At room or
basically room to hot temperature. Yeah, you hope that they're at least below deck. So I brought you some grog water.
Yes, check this out. Authentic in the barrel grog water. So your cup there's about an eighth-ish, maybe more. Yep.
Go ahead and fill it halfway, because as Admiral Vernon would say, I want that rum water down. For liability purposes. I'll go along this.
My barrel water.
Barrel water, yep.
Ooh.
Everybody.
This is grog.
Yes, this would have been called grog.
So this is grog.
This is grog.
I've heard, but I never knew what it was.
Yeah.
So watered down rum. Or ration, or what would you? I don't know what you want to call it.
I'm sure their rations were much larger than this.
Yeah,
but
still, the thought of it, you're
water it down, and this was important as a necessity for the liability on the ships to water it down.
All right, so shall we taste?
Yeah.
All right, to the king.
To the king.
To the king.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah,
it's not great. It's not great.
That's really
Nobody likes watered down rum. That's
down
weird,
bad.
right? Okay, but that was what they got. In the afternoon, and then another ration in the evening.
So they got 2 rations.
Yeah, 2 rations a day.
Okay. Of this.
Yes, of this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But to help, not so they wouldn't get hurt and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is grog.
Yeah, and this is about 1740. This is now the reason it's called grog is because as Admiral Vernon, I like to wear coats made of grogum.
Grogum.
It's like a material with gum in it that makes it waterproof, and the material was called grogum. And people found it odd that was all I would wear, or that Admiral Vernon would wear. So they called him Old Grog.
Old Grog.
His nickname was Old Grog. Now, when he decides to do this, you can see why the sailors would have been frustrated by it. And,
yes, they would have been happy, and they called it.
And so they called it
Grog.
Grog because his nickname was Old Grog.
So this is a FU.
Yeah, basically, like his nickname was Old Grog, which was kind of a FU. But then, yeah. Ironically, Grog then eventually kind of became to be known as any strong spirits and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the history keeps going. Like I said, it's a sea of history. But
So
we'll
it
stay
branched
focused.
this way. But we're going to
we're going to stay focused. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. So 1747, you have scurvy. Scurvy is a major deal.
Scurvy, yes.
Actually, scurvy was a major deal prior to 1747 because it's kind of a mostly on the seas, Navy ships, stuff like that. In 1947 is when they discover why sailors are getting scurvy. They originally thought it had something to do with digestion or whatever, but then they realized that, well, they're in the Caribbean, and the people who live on the islands don't get scurvy, but the people on the ships do.
Okay.
So they related that to citrus.
Citrus, okay.
Yeah, it's scurvy is a vitamin C deficiency. So in order to combat that, they would have you take some, can you guess?
So we're in the Caribbean. I'm going to guess lemons and limes. Or limes.
There's
Probably
lemons.
limes, I would think.
Mostly lemons. In 1747, it was lemons, yeah. The Spanish were supplying France with lemons and most of Europe, and so the British Royal Navy used lemons.
Nice, okay.
So I'm going to give you your medicine, sir, so you do not get scurvy. This vitamin C deficiency is actually kind of nasty stuff. So take your lemon.
Yes.
And squeeze it into your ration of grog.
Oh,
Now this is medicinal. So.
Correct. Yep.
This is my medicine and my ration.
I'm glad Swabby over here gets it.
We all have to shoot this because it's medicine.
Tastes like medicine before.
So this is your this is your medicine. This is
This is going to keep me from getting scurvy.
This is good. Yes, and it does work. It does work. Yeah.
Okay, well,
To the king.
All right.
Not as bad.
At least we're not going to be sick.
Not as bad. Maybe not great, but not as bad, in my opinion.
You know, it helped it. It's not as watered down.
It almost comes across
Has a
like
citrus flavor, that's good.
lemonade or something.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a iced tea. A lemon iced tea
Right.
is what yeah, okay.
All right. Now
So, real quick, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
So we're getting grog twice a day.
Yeah.
Are we getting our vitamin C twice a day as well?
I didn't go that deep.
Okay.
Yeah. There's so many details you could pry into.
Exactly, yeah.
I know
at least once a day you're getting your vitamin C. Okay.
At least once a day,
Cool.
absolutely. Probably twice a day. I'd almost rather have that anyways.
Oh, yeah, I'd ask
grog,
for,
so,
hey,
yeah.
give me some lemon in here, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to help a lot. Okay,
All right.
so,
We're going to reset a little bit.
okay,
So 1795.
1795. Okay, so
So-
we're a little bit ahead. Okay.
Yeah, about 50 years.
Okay.
Ish, right? We went from 1747, scurvy, 50 years of taking your lemons, right? Europe is getting these from Spain. Then you can go into all the history, if you choose, into the conflict between France and Spain, and now Europe doesn't have their supply of lemons.
Oh,
I'm not going to go into all that.
yeah, okay. But now they don't have limits, basically.
Basically, they don't have lemons.
Okay.
Right? So they start sourcing limes because obviously the Caribbean has lots of limes.
Yes, and they're all around there.
They're all around.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the limes came from Spain when the conquistadors went to the Caribbean, Mexico there. They brought lime seeds.
Oh, wow.
So that's where the limes
And
come
then they
from.
took
Yeah.
off. Wow, that's cool.
So let's do this again.
Okay.
We'll do this again. And there's a twist at the end.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So here's, okay.
So we're back to our
ration.
Our ration of rum. Now it's the evening, let's say. It's
Okay,
the evening,
yes.
but now it's 1795.
And they're still doing this.
And there's no lemons, right? Spain's not bringing us no lemons.
We do not have lemons.
So we start sourcing limes, and that's actually a good thing because limes actually have a longer shelf life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, they'll last
Yeah.
longer.
They last longer.
seed and everything.
Yeah, a lemon's peel will tend to get mold
Yeah, I've seen them
after
mold,
time.
yeah.
These will tend to get harder,
That's true. Yeah.
but they protect the juice.
Ah, yeah,
So
because inside it's still. This can look really ugly.
it'll look
and you're
ugly,
good, but
you
you're
cut
right.
it and it still works.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
I've done that a few times for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. So,
Cool, okay.
we gotta go. We gotta get our grog first. All we did was pour rum.
Oh, I need to fill mine halfway.
You need your barrel water. All right.
Still using
got our rum.
good barrel water here.
We need we got 1 part rum, about 4 parts water.
Yes.
We get our watered down nasty grog.
Okay. Grog. Yep. Good.
Shut up, sailors.
Yes, sir.
Admiral on deck.
Okay.
I hate your coat.
This tiny little barrel. There we go.
No.
All right. You hate my coat. All right. So now, 1795, we're now sourcing limes.
Limes, yes.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Which now, guess what? The British Royal Navy sailors are called limeys.
Limeys, really?
Yeah, this is where it comes from.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. See? Fun fact. Yeah, all kinds of facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to add this to my ration of
Yep.
grog.
Add it to your ration of grog. This is your medicine. Again.
Yep. Not gonna
Right?
get scurvy
And you
still.
already had it once with the lemon. Yeah,
Yes.
you already had it once with the lemon. But now, what sailors are doing is they're getting smart. And they're saying, you know what, Admiral? I have a ration of sugar.
Oh,
And I would like to add a part of my ration of sugar to my medicinal drink.
yes.
Now, it would have been unrefined, of course. It
Yes,
would have
right,
been raw
right.
sugar.
Yeah,
so-
not what we know today.
Right, right. So now how much you put in there is up to you because it's your ration, right? The more you use, the less you get to use on other things. I'm just going to put about a spoonful. It's about, in my opinion, right for the size of our tiny
ratio that
cup.
would've-
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Now you're a sailor, though.
Yes.
You have nothing to stir this with but your fingers. So you're a sailor
Oh.
on a ship. We got nothing. Yeah.
But my hand's going to be all jacked
Yeah.
up.
Do you know what silverware is for? It's for the admiral.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
To the king?
Yeah. It is not for sailors on the deck.
All right, so I'm stirring up my...
I guess it helps that the water is lukewarm.
That's-
It's not cold.
It is melting
Yeah.
quick, even that's... Yeah.
And it would have been even hotter probably on a ship. So
All right, let me take this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
to the king.
To the king.
A little bit better.
Oh, yeah. With the lime
Yeah.
and sugar,
Yeah.
it's a lot more palatable.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Maybe we should start doing this in purpose.
I like that. Okay. Not
So
too bad.
sugar stays, right? Because the sailors like it.
Yes.
And this
Okay.
is the first historical time in which a spirit with lemon and sweetener
Oh,
are put together.
yes.
So, yeah.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Is
What
it-
year? What year?
Right now we're in like 1795 with the limes.
With the limes. And the sugar was introduced.
The sugar was probably introduced even with the lemons. I mean, they had sugar before in 1650 before the.
But they would have access to it and be able to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
So, but that far
Absolutely.
back,
Yeah.
though, that's a long way.
Yeah, they had sugar the whole time, and they probably asked for sugar even with the lemons, but
Yeah. Oh,
we're doing with the limes just because.
limes are better in my opinion. So
Yeah.
this is even better. That's pretty good. What do you guys think? Well, the audience, what do you think? Or sailors?
Significantly better.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Better.
rest, Rob. Thank you, Admiral.
Wow. They said thank you. I doubt Admiral Vernon actually got thank yous for his grog.
Oh.
You're gonna make him cut out half the recorded video. All right.
All right.
So we're in what? I'm sorry. I said 1795 on the limes, didn't I? I apologize.
Where we at?
Limes were 1860.
1860.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so we fast forwarded a good 65 years.
Okay.
I apologize.
1860s, the limes came on because
Yeah.
no lemons.
Yeah.
The lemons were not available.
The lemons were 1795 to make
Okay.
it medicinal, and in the same year they started using their sugar rations.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. 1860 is when you actually have limes for logistical purposes because they weren't being able to get them in Europe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're in
Okay.
1860 right now with the limes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, do you know what 1860, in my opinion, as someone who loves cocktails, 1860 is relevant to me because by 1862 you have Jerry Thomas's the first bartender's book, the first cocktail book, basically printed.
1862. Wow.
1862.
That's a
Yeah.
long
So
time ago.
within a few years. Now this isn't really a cocktail book. It's really a collection of recipes.
Okay.
As he goes around America and talks to people in America, he is getting ideas mostly of like punch. Punch is very popular in towns and town parties, get-togethers, weddings, whatever the case may be. Punches are big.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that would be. I don't have the real one. That would be expensive.
Yeah, from 1862.
I have a replica.
You have a replica?
I have
Oh,
a replica.
nice.
Yeah,
Sweet.
from 1862.
Oh, that's cool.
Just date-wise, we're just a few years after this whole lime thing. The limeys and
The limeys.
Yeah, them becoming limeys.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
There's a ton of history between 1862 and where I'm going to go to 1895, but not for this purpose. Not for our journey to the port for the Margarita.
Okay.
I'm going to skip forward a little bit to 1895, and we introduce the daiquiri.
Ooh, the daiquiri.
Yeah.
We've all heard of the daiquiri, yes.
Let me set up just a little bit here.
Okay.
Cool.
That's what the camera sees.
All right. Hi, sir.
Hello.
How do you feel about today's journey?
I don't like grog.
Your thoughts and/or considerations on Grog?
Yeah, Grog's terrible.
So far, Grog sucks.
I don't mind Grog.
Oh, you would like Grog, sir. You.
Meow.
Meow.
Somebody came
All
back
right.
from Mexico with.
How do you feel about Grog?
It's disgusting as hell.
Yeah. Grog? Yes.
No.
No. No.
No
Grog.
go. No go.
All right, sir. Grog. You do you.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
With the
Not that
lime
bad.
and the sugar.
No wonder
Yeah, with
they
the
were-
lime and the sugar.
The lemon.
All right. Things get better. And you, sir. How are you feeling
It
about
was
Grog?
better once I added lime and sugar.
Yes. I concur. Lime and sugar make it better. But we're not there yet. Thank you for joining us.